What's up, everyone? Marc Lobliner, tigerfitness.com, alongside a special guest again, DDT Method.
What's up, Marc?
Training, working, living life, and trying to figure out what's going on with diet. Well, you know, like a lot of diets, it seems like when you ask somebody what diet they follow, a lot of times they have a name for it. Like, I don't have a name for my diet. Like, I'm not on the carnivore diet, I'm not on the vegan diet, I'm not on the paleo diet, I'm not on the Mediterranean diet. I'm on the hit my macros, get adequate protein, get adequate fat, fill in the rest of carbohydrate, get as much whole natural food as possible diet, but there's no catchy name for it.
Here's the deal. If your diet has a name, it's probably horseshit. I'm gonna trigger a lot of people saying that. I know people are gonna get mad about it. People are dogmatic.
But bro, I've been on keto and I've lost 40 pounds.
Cool, that's awesome. That's not the sign off on keto being the diet that makes you lose 40 pounds though.
What it is it's a testament to the fact that if you cut out 33% of possible macronutrients, that you're gonna eat less calories and lose weight, which will in turn improve your health markers. Because if you look at any study on diets, basically the correlative line you're gonna see is that as you lose weight, your health markers get better. So any diet that cuts calories, for example, the carnivore diet. Oh, my carnivore, which by the way now includes fruit. Fuck, because obviously fruit's a fucking meat. The carnivore diet, how the fuck are you gonna snack on potato chips when you can only eat fucking ribeyes? Of course you're gonna fucking eat less. You're eating boring fucking food. Oh, but I love bacon. Yeah, but you can't fucking just eat a bag of bacon. Well, you can, you have pork rinds. Is that carnivore? I don't even fucking know.
I mean, the pork was once an animal that lived.
Yeah, I guess I think you got carnivores on, but here's the problem. If a diet works for you, if it causes you to lose weight, fuck yeah, let's go. However, as we see with any fad diet, any name diet, people gain all that weight back. And even these fucking fitness influencers, these motherfuckers, these guys piss me the fuck off because every year they do a transformation. Even the fucking influencers can't fucking keep their shit together. They're the ones telling you how to lose weight. They can't keep it off. The best diet doesn't have a name. The best diet is a diet that you can fucking adhere to and not only get to the promised land, but stay at the motherfucking promised land. What the fuck, motherfucker?
You see, if we tried to name that as the name of the diet, it wouldn't fit in an Instagram post, thereby it wouldn't work. But the problem is, that's what actually works. You need to eat the foods that agree with you, that provide you with the nutrient profile that makes you healthy within the macronutrient and calorie intake that takes you to your physical goals.
Now there are, I know, there is more to fat loss and being healthy than calories. I know, and that's why we're saying macros. So we know that if you eat adequate protein, for me I recommend a gram per pound of body weight. Not a gram per pound of lean body mass. Good luck figuring that shit out.
Right.
Basically, err on the side of higher protein. Well, you don't need all that protein. No, you fucking don't. That's why your body's like, well, fuck, here's some extra protein. Let me convert this shit to carbohydrate via gluconeogenesis. That is the word. That is the fucking panty dropper word. We went to the club in Nashville last night. I know I'm married, but I couldn't help myself. I went up, I'm like, man, you know, your gluconeogenesis, so fucking sexy. Next thing you know, sex in the middle of the bar.
He was talking to me, but...
Yeah, it happens. At the end of the day, man, protein, it also, here's another thing about protein. I'm going off on a fucking tangent, but I'm mad. It has less than 4 calories per gram. I believe it's like 3.2. So protein, you can eat more of it and get less, and the thermic effect of food, which is negligible. It's not that much greater, but it's slightly greater, which adds up over time. Okay, fats. You fucking need fats. You fucking need them, or else your shit dries out, your hormones don't work, and chances are your dick will fall off. We don't want your dick to fall off. So fat, you know what? You said protein in a gram per pound. Fat, I like to see about 0.3 grams per pound. What does that mean? If you weigh 200 pounds, it's about 60 grams of fat. That's more than adequate. And the people are like, well, if you eat more fat, your testosterone higher. No, if you eat inadequate fat, it'll fuck up your hormones. That doesn't mean if you eat fucking this much fat, your fucking test levels will be at 8,000.
Super hormones.
Fuck. It'll just mean that your fucking lipids will be fucked up and your dick will fall off. Next is carbohydrate. The calories left over to meet your caloric intake, which varies per individual and all that good shit and activity level, you fill in the rest with carbohydrate. Why? Because they're fucking delicious and healthy. Fruit, healthy. Veggies, healthy. Oatmeal. I don't give a fuck what Paul Saladino and his fucking little noodle arms say. That's fucking health. Fuck. That guy, I gotta show you the video. I fucking saved it. He's fucking traveling through the airport with coconuts to drink on the plane. The guy's fucking out of his mind. Yet somehow people follow him. Like what Paul Saladino says. Paul Saladino's a fucking grifter. Fuck that guy. I'm fucking tired of these people manipulating y'all to sell shit. Well, Mark, you sell supplements. I can provide data on everything I say. I want to see his ass provide data on traveling with fucking coconuts on a fucking airplane. Oh, well, I don't drink that stuff in plastic. I'll fucking take a Coke Zero, drink it right in front of my bulging biceps and my healthy looking skin while his ass is all small and frail and shit, eating fucking head to tail. Fuck that guy. I'm fucking tired of this shit. This motherfucker said oatmeal's bad for you. When every fucking study done on oatmeal shows that it increases your longevity and increases your markers of health. I'm sorry. I got triggered.
Well, we're allowed to be triggered. It's 2024, and this is triggerable material.
Now here's why the Jews are at fault. Just kidding.
Moving on from the Jews.
Paul Saladino's Jew. Is he? Sounds Italian.
Sounds Italian.
Italian Jew like my kids.
Well, a lot of the Italians.
Guys, for the record, I'm Jewish. Yeah, the Italians kind of went against the Jews when it mattered.
I was going to say, I'm tracing back to history right now, and there's a whole lot of stuff that would lean us away from that direction.
Yeah, Mussolini.
So, yeah, not a great guy.
Pretty sure my wife's a Nazi sympathizer.
You know what? Mussolini probably named his diet. We don't want to name diets here. So, what works is what works, and what works is balance. And nobody wants to talk about that because balance isn't cool.
It doesn't sell.
Balance is not trendy. You can't throw a hashtag on balance. Hashtag balance won't work because it means a bunch of different things and nobody can sell the balance program. Balance is what's key. Do you want to know why stuff like keto and carnivore work really well? Because they're elimination diets, like Marc was saying.
Yes.
Now they do have benefits. We are not talking about the specific niche benefits that these different types of diets might actually be able to provide.
Okay, I will state for the record, if you have epilepsy, you should be on a ketogenic diet.
But that does not mean that the carnivore diet prevents epileptic shock because it removes peanuts from the diet and some people are allergic to peanuts. You can't make that claim.
Motherfucker had coconuts in the airport. He had a bag of coke. How's he gonna crack that shit on the plane? You can't even bring a fucking plastic fork on the plane. This motherfucker has a whole ass coconut.
If I'm on an airplane and some dude starts cracking a coconut next to me, I'm getting off the plane.
I'm just jumping out.
That's some Final Destination shit right there. That's bad juju.
No, I swear to God, this motherfucker had coconuts. He had fucking coconuts.
Don't take coconuts on a plane. If your diet mandates you,
unless you have them over your chest like the chicks do.
Well, that'd be nice because then you're
titties.
You're looking at different cultures, diversity of Instagram whore pictures.
You've seen the Hawaiian girls with the coconuts over their boobs?
I have quite often.
I like perky boobs.
So I mean, especially with coconuts because they're not affected by the
healthy
plastics.
fat.
Exactly, healthy fats. So
it's all saturated.
It's the damn right it is.
That MCT though, it'll speed up your. Is the C8? Is it the C8? Or is it the C10 and 12? Because if it's C10 and 12, I'm not going there.
Now all I can think about is coconut tits. I'm totally off kilter.
God, I love tits.
What are we talking about right now? Boobs. Anyways, tits and diets.
And Paul Saladino's tits.
Paul Saladino's tits on diets. Instagram, YouTube. What are we video? OnlyFans, ladies and gentlemen. Paul Saladino's tits and coconuts on OnlyFans.
YouTube is okay with Paul Saladino's tits. We just can't talk about Paul Saladino's tits being created in a lab.
Touche. Paul Saladino's natural tits.
Natural tits.
This is going to be the greatest video of all time.
I'm so confused right now. I'm slightly turned on.
You mentioned tits and then everything goes off kilter.
I have a partial. You can't tell because I have a small penis, but there's a partial going on.
So, I mean, it's camera angles. We can fix that in post-production.
I ain't got that kind of editing software. The moil slipped.
Too large of a task. Anyways, don't name your diet.
Yeah.
Diets can be guidelines. If you don't do well with carbohydrates, you can go a little bit lower carb. If you don't do well on higher fats, you can go a little bit lower fat. Situationally, eat the foods that agree with you. Stan Efferding said it once, and it's just stuck with me forever. I don't eat the foods that I eat the foods that like me. If you digest and process foods correctly, those are your foods. Those are your lists. I have a list of maybe 20 or 30 food items that I know I can eat at any time, at any given day, that won't fuck with my stomach. I'll digest them well, I'll feel great, and I'll perform great on them. If I want to get a little bit bigger, I'll take those foods and I'll adjust the ratios of the macros to give me more carbohydrates and more fats so I can get bigger, so I have an energy surplus, so I can use that to grow. If I want to get leaner, I do the same thing in the other direction. I just pull some of that out and I eat less, so I'm in a deficit, and I'll stay in somewhat of a prolonged deficit for most of the year, honestly, because I'm not trying to get bigger anymore, but it's with those foods. Sometimes some things will be lower, sometimes some things will be higher, but we want nutrient diversity. We want to eat a bunch of different things, because that, at the end of the day, is how we maintain a healthy gut microbiome, and that's how we really drive health from the most fundamental standpoint.
So I have a funny story. I don't know if I'm supposed to tell this story, but so I was sitting around with Mike Israetel and Jared and Nick, and we were just talking about diets, because that's what we do.
Right.
And I said, you know what I like? I like Stan Efferding's vertical diet. And I wasn't trying to be funny. I said, you can eat anything you want as long as it's beef and rice. And I didn't even realize it was funny. And like Israetel lost it. He was like, what the fuck? But what I meant is that it's a balanced diet.
Yes.
In that he has veggies built in. It's a FODMAP diet. It's meant for somebody who wants to eat more food and not get gut bombs and not look bloated. And it's a great diet. I like the vertical diet. And I didn't like it at first, but then I talked to Stan about it. And I'm like, and I actually did a video apologizing for being such a piece of shit. So here's the thing. Every diet, at the end of the diet, will be a low carb diet. Let me explain. If your protein has to stay at 1 gram per pound, your fat shouldn't go under 0.3 grams per pound, you're adjusting carbohydrate. So by the end of a diet, when you're at 1,500 calories, do the fucking math. Your carbs are gonna be like 100. So every diet towards the end of your weight loss goal will be low carb. So when people say, I dieted on a high carb diet, I'm like, you probably lost muscle because you were sacrificing protein and fat. So those are things that are nuanced that just aren't sexy. And you know, Layne Norton's done a good job of getting famous off of non-sexy diets. Like flexible dieting's not sexy.
No.
It has a name though. Basically, flexible dieting was also misconstrued, where people thought it was just eating Pop-Tarts all the time, when in reality it was just saying, hey, here's your numbers, fill them, and use as much healthy foods as possible. But at the end of the day, if you want to treat yourself, if it fits in the macros, you go ahead and do that.
100%, and you
Instead,
can't do that.
motherfuckers reading cereal and whey all day.
And then people are ignoring the fact that, and we just did a video talking about poop, people are ignoring the fact that beyond hitting your macros, if you're hitting your macros, but then you're making a goddamn massacre in the bathroom every time that you go, and it looks like some unholy abomination has climbed out of your ass, you probably want to change the sources that you're taking to get your macros in. If it fits your macros should not be if it fits your macros no matter what. It should be if it fits your macros with foods that provide you with the nutrient content that you need, that you digest well.
Yep. So hopefully I don't get sued by Paul Saladino. But
Or
I
his
mean, that
tits.
was all fair use. The motherfucker had coconuts in the airport.
Exactly.
And also, like, the guy is business partners with Liver King. I have plenty of bad things to say about those two gentlemen that I will just not say right now. There's certain, look, I try not to burn bridges, and I just want to state this at the end. But the Liver King has done so much damage to the industry that anybody who is associated with him, sorry, you're not my guy.
No.
I don't want you on my team. You don't have to take that stance, but I will state that the Liver King is a sociopath. He's someone who planned out a way to scam people. To his credit, he fucking executed it perfectly.
Perfectly.
But only a sociopath can do what the Liver King did. Well, Marc, you're on steroids. I'm like, have I ever lied about what I'm on? Yes, you are. I'm like, how do I prove I didn't lie? What do you guys want from me to prove that I'm taking what I say I'm taking? I've literally posted my blood work. Look at me, I'm not alone. I'm not that fucking big, guys. I'm not that big. Especially my penis. I've already addressed that in this video.
Well, they don't make steroids for that yet that are available to the general public.
So you know the injectable Viagra?
Yes.
You inject it in your base?
Trimix.
I know, that's what it's called.
Yeah.
I know someone who did it and his boner wouldn't go away for like 2 days.
I did it once without telling my fiance, then she fell asleep.
So you were just stuck there?
Oh, dude, I just chilled and watched Jurassic Park with a rager. True story, I'm not even kidding.
Video or it didn't happen?
Well, I was
Just
too
like
bad to video.
Jurassic Park's right here and there's like...
It's just fucking tent getting in the way of the T-Rex scene the entire time. It took me 20 minutes to inject it, because I don't know if anybody watching this has ever injected anything into their dick before.
I've never done it.
It is nerve-wracking as fuck, and I've injected lots of shit.
Did it hurt?
Yes, tremendously.
Was it worth it? Well,
No.
yeah, no.
Not whatsoever.
I'll stick to oral Cialis.
Yeah, way better.
Pro Cialis.
Plus, you don't stab your dick with anything.
I've never stabbed my... So, is this too much information? So after our first kid, my wife got an IUD put in there. And like, an IUD, like there's a wire sticking out so it doesn't get stuck. And like, we're married. Dude, this thing was like fishing wire poking.
Oh.
And I was like, what the fuck? So like, we went to the doctor and I was with her. She's like, yeah, you know, like, I think we need to take the IUD out. Because, you know, we didn't want to have a kid right away. It was birth control. Birth control pills are terrible, so we went the IUD route. And it was a female doctor. And we're there, and my wife's like, yeah. She's explaining. She goes, well, I've never heard of that happening. She looks at Katie. She goes, is your husband well endowed? And Katie goes, no. I'm like, you could have lied.
You know what? I hope Paul Saldino sues us for this, because then we'll have to play this whole video in court.
Oh, well, we just played it in front of 5 different social media outlets.
I want a judge to address me stabbing my dick with Trimix.
Let's say it's gonna be on Spotify too, Apple Podcasts, Google Play. Anyway, guys, where can they find you?
They can find me at DDT Method on Instagram or on X.
All right, and this video was X-rated. Thank you guys for watching. Be sure to go to tigerfitness.com. Buy all your supplements there because I have bills to pay. MTS Whey is in stock. Chocolate, vanilla, cookies and cream ice cream sandwich. Bunch of outright bars in stock. Bunch of other stuff. Thank you so much for watching, guys. That's not a game.